Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failer. In our last video, we tackled the first Tommy Vercetti mission. It was called Shakedown. This video is about the next Tommy mission. It's called Bar Brawl. Completing this mission awards the player $4,000, and it also unlocks the Spaz 12 over at the Ammunition.
What's the problem? Some bars refusing to pay. They reckon they're protected by a local gang of thugs. But don't worry, Tommy. I can handle it. You call this handling it? You two, off your asses. Let's go.
So again, the name of this mission is Bar Brawl, and Lance said that some bar is refusing to pay protection money. Take out the guards protecting the front page bar and find out who supplied them, who supplied the guards. Here you see that there's two guys to help us. They're not all that useful. But if you take the Infernus, you can only take one of them. So there is a Sentinel provided for this particular mission to give you a four-seater that allows you to take both of these boons. And so all that stuff about Bar Brawl and the front page bar is to say that the name of the bar is actually the front page cafe. Maybe there's a bar inside, but like you'll see a sign out front of this establishment that we're headed to that says front page cafe. But I guess they had to call it the front page bar to get the alliterative name of this mission, Bar Brawl. Passing this mission unlocks the final Tommy mission. That one is called Copland, and that's what we'll be doing in our next video. Reading from the trivia section of the wiki for this mission, the song that can be heard playing in the background during the opening cutscene is Ritmo de la Noche by Al Di Meola. This song is not featured on any of the in-game radio stations. So the front page cafe is just around the corner here on Ocean Drive, and I'll point out that the sign that says front page cafe, which we'll see momentarily, is written in price down font, which is the GTA font. So here are the two guards. There you can see the GTA font. Go and speak to the front page bar owner, and we'll walk into this pink marker.
Your protection needs a little more protection.
Ah, hell, not again. I don't need this crap. These idiots operate out of DBP security around the block. You guys just sort it out amongst yourselves.
I'll be seeing you later.
Yeah, whatever.
DBP security will know you are on your way. Go and get them before they clear out. I love how cavalier this bar owner is. There's two corpses on the on the sidewalk in front of his cafe, the people that he's hired to protect his bar, and he's just like, whatever, I have to pay protection money to somebody. Doesn't matter to me who it is. You and those guys figure out who it is that I have to pay protection money to. All right, so we head right over here to the DBP security headquarters. These guys start shooting at me immediately. Even if I don't shoot at them, they shoot at me. Got a 2-star wanted level, no problem. These guys, the security guards here, have very powerful guns. Then there's this explosion, which is cool, but what exploded? What, like, I don't get it. Was there supposed to have been like a vehicle over there to explode? I'm just not sure. Leave a note in the comments if you know why there's that explosion there. Okay, so two of the security guards made a run for it on PCJs. We just have to kill those two to end the mission. So I think drive-bys are probably the simplest way to do that, assuming you have drive-by ammo. And we'll take out the first guard and get clipped and smack into a tree. That's what we do in the vanilla attempt. And then these two guards here, two police cars there, are scripted, not necessarily for this mission per se, but I think anytime you have a 2-star or higher wanted level and you're heading south on Ocean Drive there and past that intersection, you get those two police cars coming out. Notice the sky changed right when we pass it. We'll notice that every time we pass the mission. $4,000, mission passed. The wiki says that the PCJs are bulletproof and fireproof. I could not confirm this. Now, maybe they're bulletproof and fireproof as long as the security guard is on it, and as soon as they get off, it loses those proofs. I'm not sure. But in any event, I couldn't verify any of the proofs of those PCJs. Moving on to fail states and quirks. If you let that 5-minute timer run out, of course you fail. You'll get the message you're out of time. Surprisingly, the guards don't give up on you. Oftentimes at the end of a mission, when you fail a mission or pass a mission, the NPCs leave you alone. But in this case, they just shred me. I mentioned the powerful guns, but look how quick I lost over 200 hit points. Reading from the wiki, an Oceanic with 3 suitcases in the trunk can be found at DBP Security's headquarters. The Oceanic can be obtained, but the suitcases will disappear once the mission is passed or failed. Here are the 3 suitcases. We'll use the sniper to give you a closer look. I'm guessing the implication is that this is the protection money that DBP Security is getting from the Front Page Cafe and other places like that. I don't know why they would keep it in an open trunk instead of like in the building or in a safe or somewhere. And the door is unlocked, but like the wiki says, these suitcases will disappear at the end of the mission. The wiki also says you get $1,000 for destroying the secure car in this mission. And I thought the wiki was just wrong, that there's no secure car in this mission, but lo and behold, the secure car came out of nowhere to come harass me. Now, it doesn't do a very good job of harassing me. Maybe it'd do better if I were out on the street. The secure car door is locked. But these guys don't get out. Maybe they would just chase me if I was out on the street. Yeah, so we'll destroy the secure car, and then we will get our $1,000 bonus. That's going to be pretty sweet. Boom. So that's going to blow up the Special Oceanic. Let's take a look and see if the suitcases full of money are still there. Ah, they are. And then I'm going to skip ahead to the end of the mission with the timer running out, and we'll get a real good look at the transition in terms of the cloud cover. Look at how much brighter it's going to get once the mission passes. So again, that's just a mission-specific cloud cover choice that the programmers made for this mission. In this clip, I followed the 2 escaping PCJs just to see if they drive in a random path or if they have a particular destination in mind. And in fact, they have a destination in mind. They always head south on Ocean Drive, and then they make this left turn towards the lighthouse. Now, sometimes one of them will head across that bridge and get real close to the lighthouse. In this case, both of them stayed here on this side of the bridge. Here, I'm just demonstrating again that the PCJ at this moment in the mission is not bulletproof. And yeah, these guys are still quite aggressive towards me. They are not going to go anywhere else. They're just going to stay right here. And you can't fail for letting them get away. It's either kill the 2 of them before time runs out, or fail because time runs out, or die because they again have very powerful weapons. So I'm going to skip the rest of this particular clip. Nothing interesting happened after this. So I thought my challenge for this mission was going to be to let the 2 bodyguards that I have here do all of the work. Like I wasn't going to harm any of the security guards. But then it dawned on me here at the end of the mission that the security guard and my bodyguard can't hurt each other at all. Like both of them should have died many times over at this point in this mission attempt. So I bailed out on the do no harm kind of challenge, but it was possible, although very time consuming, to make it so that Tommy didn't punch or shoot or do anything malicious to any of the security guards. Eventually, these bodyguards, like as soon as one of the security guards attacks Tommy, these bodyguards do a very good job at defending him and shooting the security guards. I got the $1,000 bonus. I guess there was a security guard after me that happened to blow itself up. And again, look for the change in cloud cover here as we fail the mission. There it is. Somebody turned the lights back on. Now we'll get to my actual challenge, which is actually possible to do, unlike the previous challenge. This is the chainsaw-only challenge. So the issue here is that, again, the security guards have very powerful weapons, and so I think the biggest difficulty is going to be inside the compound, just north of where we are, so I'll cut the drive up there. And I got quite fortunate that I was able to kind of use this corner to stay protected, but be able to hit these guys with the chainsaw, even through the wall. I know GTA physics. And so I actually haven't lost a single hit point, but I will now. Watch, I'm going to go from 300 to 148 in just a couple of seconds. But fortunately, we took out the 2 guys without too much difficulty there. And then I'll skip the drive going south to the lighthouse. Obviously, I can't interact with these guys on the bikes until they stop. And so I think I got lucky here again, because for some reason, when they got out to the lighthouse, they didn't start shooting at me. Maybe they didn't see me because they were facing the wrong way. But yeah, this was easy. Not much of a challenge, this particular challenge. And again, check for the weather change right here. Good enough. Okay, so now we'll head back to the V on the map for the final Versetti mission, Copland, in the next video. We do have a lengthy phone call to take from Lance Vance, so I'll play it in its entirety. But watching that cutscene in the beginning of this mission fills in a gap that I had, because Lance says, "You're embarrassing me in front of the boys," and I didn't get it.
Tommy, we gotta talk about stuff.
What's the problem, Lance?
It's you, my friend. I feel you're not giving me a fair slice. And more than that, You've been embarrassing me in front of the boys. I can't have that.
Lance, it ain't like that. You've been making mistakes.
Tommy, I'm not your message boy. I'm not your running boy.
Lance, don't screw up and we won't have any problems. I screw up, you can lay into me anytime.
Tommy, I've done everything for you. You treat me like a fool. Don't do that.
Lance, I won't rip you off or stab you in the back, okay? Just take it easy. This is tough enough without you getting all emotional on me. Trust me. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
I hear you, Tommy, but I can't take this much more.
Lance, don't be like this. Now I'm warning you. Do you hear me? Just relax. Take a few days off, okay? I'll talk to you.
Off video, I refilled my health and got rid of my wanted level by saving inside the mansion legitimately and then reloading my save. And here I just discovered that the garage door looks kind of funny as it opens and closes if you're standing up here by the mission marker. So again, in that phone call, I didn't understand because I've heard the phone call a million times, and Lance says, "You're embarrassing me in front of the boys," and I had no idea who were the boys and when did Tommy embarrass Lance, but it was in the opening cutscene of this mission, which I've never watched or I haven't watched in, 10, 15 years. So if you have anything to say about Bar Brawl, memories to share, go ahead and throw them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.